Welcome back. Many West Virginians have lost their lives as a result of fentanyl, and countless families have been left behind. Jordan Massey spoke with one mom who says her life will never be the same.
It'll be 3 years that we've lost Jeffrey. It doesn't get any easier. You know, we didn't get to see our son. We had to look at him in recovery photos to believe that it was him. I didn't get to touch him. I didn't get to hug him because we weren't given the choice.
Jeffrey Uphold II was found on Friday, September 17, 2021 at 5:08 p.m. in the Monongahela River by some fishermen, according to his mother, Joellen. She stated that when the then 23-year-old's body was taken to Charleston for an autopsy, a large amount of fentanyl was found in his system, an amount that was enough for his death to be ruled as a homicide. Jeffrey began smoking marijuana as a teenager and eventually progressed to using other, harder drugs due to numerous other factors, such as long work hours and depression. By the time Jeffrey finally came forward to his mother about his addiction, it had been almost 2 years that he had been using.
It's a horrible, horrible thing for any parent to have to go through. And until you've dealt with addiction with your child or a family member or a loved one, you really don't understand it. It is a choice. I'm not saying it's not a choice that they make from the beginning, but once they make that choice, it's no longer their choice.
As Jeffrey's addiction escalated, he tried multiple different avenues to seek help, including moving back home, as well as a 3-month stint in a California rehab facility. Jeffrey last spoke to his mother on September 13th, 2021, 4 days before he was found.
This was always my favorite time of year, going into fall, to where you still have the warm weather, but you have the cool, the colors. It makes me sick to my stomach now. Because whenever we have the cool nights and the warm days, it makes me think of the days we searched for Jeffrey.
The main way that she pays her respects is by going to visit the last place that Jeffrey was seen.
I do go to the river often. I go to his recovery site on his angelversary to either send flowers or to just be there. It gives me peace. I think maybe because, you know, that's where God revealed him and brought him forth.
It's not just those using drugs affected by all of this. Tiny, helpless babies coming to the world are addicted through no fault of their own. Help for neonatal abstinence syndrome has improved over the years. Gwen Napier reports on the efforts to help these young patients in their first days of life.
Nearly 1 in 8 infants born in West Virginia between 2020 and 2022 had in utero exposure to opioids, stimulants, and/or cannabis, according to researchers at West Virginia University Health Sciences. In order to help infants, mothers, and families affected by neonatal abstinence syndrome, WVU Medicine Children's and the Impact West Virginia program have partnered to offer a new clinic for families with diagnosed infants.
These are children who have been exposed to certain substances or have been diagnosed with neonatal abstinence syndrome, which is a withdrawal syndrome from various substances that they might have been exposed to in the womb. And we're really interested in following these kids from a growth and nutrition and developmental standpoint, and also wanting to help facilitate them from a social aspect, the whole family as a unit, to make sure that all of their needs are provided so that they can best care for their children.
According to Smith, the care starts with the mom by the OB provider and a behavioral health specialist. Once the child is born, routine prenatal care is the next best step.
Once that child's born and they're in their hospital, we do observe them for any signs or symptoms of withdrawal. A lot of times, if a mom has done well in a treatment program, these children do extremely well, oftentimes not needing any medication.
Most children born with neonatal abstinence syndrome can go home within about 5 days, while some are in the hospital up to 2 weeks for treatment. Once the child is diagnosed to go home, the clinic will help take over care from there and provide the specialized care that these children might need.
Despite the hold fentanyl can have on people, there is hope for recovery. Still ahead on this Tonight Live special report, we'll introduce you to a woman creating a better future for herself. That's next on the Faces of Fentanyl, attacking the fentanyl crisis.